Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sip and a Smoke. Rick.
Welcome back, Thomas.
So here today we are going to be doing the diesel grind. Okay, here it is. Looks a little bit odd. It honestly looks like it's a sandpaper almost.
Yeah, it's got a really bumpy texture to the leaf.
Yeah. This is a very peppery one. It's a much darker cigar. It's going to have a nice pepper. So today we are actually going to do a cream drink, which is odd for us.
Yeah, we're actually kind of mixing it up a little bit. This is just something super simple. It's got some chocolate syrup, some milk, a little bit of Frangelico, and some Grey Goose vodka. And just mix it over ice, shake it up.
So basically a White Russian.
Almost like a White Russian, but instead of Kahlua, it's a little bit of chocolate and Frangelico. So it's going to have similar qualities.
So this one here, as Tomas stated, you can smell it beforehand. This one actually smells really good. It smells a lot like licorice, actually, or black licorice, to be specific. This is made by AJ Fernandez. It's got a Nicaraguan binder and a filler, a Habano leaf wrapper. This thing is going to have some rich smoke. I've actually had one of these before, and I was pleasantly surprised. This cigar is $6.75 is what it sells for at our store. And the entire reason I got it to begin with was I'm a truck driver, and anything diesel I kind of jump on. What do you think first drag?
Like I said, just smelling this tobacco itself, the cigar, it has a heavy anise, black licorice kind of flavor to it that doesn't come through at all in the initial startup on the smoke. Definitely the pepper, like you said, a little bit spicy, a little spicy on the tongue, but I'm not getting any of the anise that you smell initially on the cigar, the leaf, the tobacco itself.
And this one's going to have a lot of really rich smoke, some big, bold spices you're going to find in here. Almost like some oregano and some marjoram you almost taste in here. You're going to get a little bit of cinnamon, this rich, earthy smoke to it. Almost kind of like you're smoking a campfire. Not fully like a campfire, but, kind of got that feel.
Yeah, it's definitely spicy and a little hot in the tongue, but the draw is just amazing. I mean, it really takes no effort. He's got to look at it, and it starts pulling smoke through it.
I know. I mean, as you can see, look how much smoke is coming out of these things.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of leathery to it, a little bit of oakiness to it, but because it is such a peppery cigar, I had said we needed to do something with cream in it because you're really going to get hit with pepper. This is not a novice cigar, guys. Okay? If you are a weekend warrior kind of guy who goes out and has one once a month, I do not suggest this. However, if you're a guy who smokes quite often and you're looking for something new with a nice little pepper to it, run out and jump on one of these. $6.75. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, it's got a lot of flavor, very complex taste profile. Like you're saying, it's got a spice. It's got a lot of leather flavors to it. I mean, it's a little bit of
jumped out and got you, didn't it?
Yeah, it's got a lot going on in there than what I anticipated. Smelling it initially, like I said, smelling the wrapper, it smells like licorice to me, like anise. But you're getting a lot of savory flavors and spices on the draw, and the finish, the aftertaste that lingers in your mouth is more of that leather, kind of fresh leather tobacco flavors.
Yeah.
And so it's got a nice kind of aftertaste that lingers that hopefully pairs well with this little drink.
I think it does.
Yeah, it actually goes really good.
It makes it nice.
Yeah, it cools down your tongue on there and coats it a little bit with the drink, with a little bit of a creamy drink to it. That chocolate kind of picks up more in that cocktail. It's got a little bit kind of a almost Nutella flavor to it, but
In all honesty, usually in drinks like this, I can't even taste chocolate. I'm not a big fan of chocolate, so I don't really pay attention to it. But in all honesty, I just took a drink of that, and that's what I tasted more than anything was that chocolate. It just popped right through it. And I'm telling you, I have a feeling it's because of these. All right, so we're going to get done with these a little bit more, and we'll come back to you. All right? Take it easy. All right, so here we are about a third of the way down. These things are still just razor straight.
And you could see, I don't know if you could tell well on the camera, but I mean, the smoke just is coming out on its own. You don't even have to puff on it.
You can see right here, right in this area, how much smoke is just coming off of my cigar right here. You don't even have to touch these things, and they just start smoking up.
It's like a chimney stack.
Yeah. It's kind of nice. I mean, this draw is just super easy on these things. The drinks really help out, but now we're about a third of the way down, and the spice is actually mellowed out quite a bit.
Yeah, and again, I don't know if it's because I'm used to it now, and my palate has adjusted, but I was feeling it in the back of my throat, like you're saying. I was feeling the heat. It was burning hot on my tongue, but it's mellowed out. The chocolate has settled a little bit. It's not as chocolatey anymore, and the cigar is not as peppery anymore. But it's still, you're getting a lot of the flavors. You're getting a lot of the kind of more savory spices, and not so much of the pepper, but a little bit more, like you were saying before, like oregano, kind of marjoram.
Yeah,
a little bit more of those.
Kind of odd, huh?
Yeah, kind of those types of spices are coming out along with the leather on the aftertaste.
So I wanted to show you guys just how good of a construction this is. Look at that. There's almost half that cigar is ash.
Yeah, now that we're halfway through, again, last time we were at about a third of the way through and it mellowed out a lot. Now we're about a halfway through and it's significantly more mellow than it was before. To me, it's actually getting kind of not bland, but very subtle.
Yes.
At this point, and losing a lot of that kick that it had right up front. And so, again, I don't know if it's because my palate's adjusted or if that's just because of the cigar itself.
No. I like it a lot when it does this, when it calms down. I'm not a huge fan of the spice ones, but I really like this one because it's got almost a creamy spice to it. But it really starts out strong. If you guys remember our video that we did on the Nevada, where it changed so much, this one, I kind of feel it does a lot of the same, where it does it a lot slower. It does change the flavor a little bit more.
Yeah, and even with the drink, I'm getting a lot more of that hazelnut flavor now than I was getting before. Before it was all chocolate. And now that spice has settled, the hazelnut is coming more forward in the drink, which I like too, because it's complementing the kind of more leathery, mellow flavors that we're getting out of the cigar.
Yeah.
And it's still a good pairing. It's just changed. The pairing, the change
it
in both
sits
regards.
perfectly with it, honestly. Yeah. Okay, so back to the cigar. What'd you think of it?
I think it's a good cigar. Like I said, it started off very, very powerful. Mellowed out tremendously toward the end. Aroma-wise, it doesn't really put off a very strong odor of cigars. It's a very mellow, aromatic cigar. Flavor-wise, it's got, like I said, it's got a ton of flavor in the front. On the back end, it kind of just tapers down, and it just kind of loses its luster to me toward the end. But I don't know if I could have handled that much spice all the way through anyways.
Yeah, that would have been a little brutal. Yeah. But, I got to tell you, I love this cigar. For a $6.75 cigar, that is absolutely crazy to get such a good cigar at such a low price.
Yeah, it's a great value for sure.
The burn on this thing, I'm going to give that a 10. That has not changed off of the Razor Straight.
Absolutely. The burn and the draw have been amazing.
That draw, you can get so much smoke out of this cigar.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to give that draw and that burn both a 10.
Yeah, and like I said, mine was unraveling about halfway through, and it just burned right past it and stayed razor sharp. It didn't continue to unravel. It was just like a little bit of a bulge there. Maybe, I'm not sure what it was that caused it. But once it got past that, it just stayed razor sharp and really didn't fall apart like I anticipated it would. So it's a great construction.
The looks of this thing, I got to tell you, it looks great. When you first look at it, it does look a lot like it's almost sandpaper on it. It's kind of odd, but kind of neat too.
Yeah, it's a Habano wrapper, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely got a unique texture to it. It's like you can read Braille. I mean, there might be a hidden message in there or something, but it's definitely an attractive cigar. Definitely a good smoke.
Yeah. The aroma, the aroma it's there, but it's not potent. It's a nice, easy aroma. If somebody's smoking this on one side of the room and you're on the other side of the room, you would never know it. Even in a small room like this, you would never know outside of the smoke filling the room. The taste of this thing, it starts off just an absolutely strong taste.
Yeah.
I mean, it is powerful. It grabs a hold of you and just won't let go until about the middle of it, and it just kind of is like, okay, you're good now. Now we got you. So I'm going to give the taste of this thing a 9 easily. Overall, I would hit this thing with a full 9.
I think that flavor-wise, I wish it had retained more of the flavor.
Not the spice,
Not
but the
spice,
flavor.
but the flavors. The different savory flavors, the leather flavor. It kind of just got a little bit bland toward the end for me. So I would probably put that more as a 7, 8. Just because it kind of just disappears in a way. And I think that your taste buds adjusted to having that spice, and just as you're adjusting to it, it disappears on you. So I would like to have had it linger a little bit longer. And but as far as construction, I give it a solid 9. As far as taste, I'd say a solid 7, 8. Aromatics, I like that it's not super potent in the aroma. I like that it has a nice subtle tobacco smell to it. So I would put that as a solid 8, 9 for sure. And the value is there. I mean, under $7. I mean, I definitely, as a value, I would put it at a solid 9.
Yeah. I mean, you don't get great cigars at $6.75 normally.
No.
I know you can probably pick them up a little bit cheaper at some places, but I haven't seen them yet. Where I work, that's the price of it, and I like the value of it for that.
Yeah. And it's got a solid 11 on the draw.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you don't even have to do the double. Like, as you guys notice, I do that double draw. I pull a draw in to get it started, and then I pull my draw in to hold it in my mouth. You don't actually have to do that with this. You can just, you could probably open your mouth over this end and get enough smoke coming in.
Yeah, you don't have to bust a lung trying to get some smoke out of this thing by any means. It's a super easy draw. Great cigar, great experience. I would definitely smoke them again.
Yes. But again, definitely have something creamy to drink, because in the beginning you really need it.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, on the drink itself, it turned out to be a good little cocktail. Chocolate up front, and then just mellowed down to more of the hazelnut and kind of just a nutty flavor to it and creaminess that really worked well with the cigar.
Mm-hmm.
I give the cocktail, even by itself, I was surprised because, like I said, it was just kind of a concoction of things that I have, and with the idea that Rick had to do something creamy, and I would definitely drink that again. You know, it's a good little sweet after dinner type of thing.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I would recommend that. And again, it was Frangelico, some Grey Goose vodka, chocolate syrup, and milk.
Nice and simple.
Yeah.
All right, guys, from us here at Sippin' a Smoke, have a wonderful day.
Cheers.
We'll see you later.